They're bad. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, they got one win. Okay, so it don't matter how many losses they got. They got one win. I'll fix it in a second. But Saints 5-7, 5.5 points that they're laying over under 38.5. Jeff, what are your thoughts on this one? And who do you have winning this game?
I didn't address this on Thursday when we broke down the Thursday night game. The Patriots, with their loss, has moved in the Arizona win has moved into the number 2 spot, so they are in the Caleb and Drake May sweepstakes as we speak. Panthers 1-11. Obviously, the Bears own their first round pick. What did I see on Sunday? I saw a little more comfort with Bryce Young to Jonathan Mingo. Took him a little while to get acclimated to the NFL, but there is some cohesiveness between those two. And of course, Adam Thielen in Saints right now. Derek Carr down and out, concussion, shoulder, you name it, it hurts there. So the assumption is Jameis Winston and a lot of Taysom Hill versus the Panthers here. The Panthers just find ways to lose, and I lost a lot of money on them early. I've backed off. I'm going to come back in one more time here. I bought the hook. I get the Panthers now plus the 6. What was my true number here? 5.5 with the 38.5. Now 5 with the 37.5. Panthers got to get to 17. This might be that 24-17, which I would obviously lose, but hoping more 23-17 or even 21-17. Do I expect the Panthers to win? No, I don't. But I expect them to keep it close. Hopefully their defense plays well. If it's Jameis, maybe the defense can get a pick 6 and help the offensive cause. So give me the Panthers plus 6. Saints probably find a way to win, but I think the Panthers cover here, Pups.
This is probably the biggest point of the Saints season. The Saints got to play every game like a playoff situation right now. Because I'm looking at their schedule, Carolina is probably the square that they get here. Okay. Then you have the Giants. That's another square in this situation as well, too. Both are home games as well, too. So these should be winnable games. Then you got to fly to LA to play the Rams, and then you got to go to Tampa Bay at the second to last week of the season to go play against the Bucks. And then you have the final game of the year, which will probably settle the NFC South with a home game against the Falcons. So right now it's playoff mode for the Saints. It's no doubt about it. And you know what? The Panthers, let's keep it real. This was a throwaway season. This was a season where you guys had no desire to actually be a feasible team. This was all about being bad this year because people don't want to say this, but they still do own people's picks. You know what I mean? And you know what? At the end of the day, they are a high roller somewhat when it comes to draft day. You know what I mean? And leading up to draft day. So you know what? They got leverage. At the end of the day, they were not expecting to win the Super Bowl this year. And you know what? I don't care what anybody says. I think that everybody felt a little too sorry for Frank Reich. He was absolutely pathetic and terrible. He had to go. I don't care. Deuce Staley had to go. Luke McCown had to go. Those guys were doing nothing but denying process. And I'm sorry. I'm with the owner on that. And everybody's like, why are you with the billionaire? Because you know what? At the end of the day, it's an MFing business. You know what I mean? It ain't no family hour and you my buddy and all this stuff. If you ain't getting me no wins, then you got to go. Straight up, if you making my quarterback look lousy, you got to go because Bryce Young is not a lousy quarterback. I'm sorry. Bryce Young plays for 31 other teams in this league. He can be successful, except for with this one. And everybody was in a bad situation going to Carolina this year. Carolina had no business having a rookie quarterback in their situation this year. They should have went with Andy Dalton so they could give themselves an opportunity, Jeff. And they didn't want to do that. So, you know what? I'm not doing anything with the Panthers. I do not care what they do in this game. They're going to get smoked by 10 or better. This is going to be a game that the Saints really do need that. They say to themselves, yep, this is going to be the game that we really go ahead and break somebody's back real quick because next week we got the Giants. So we got 2 blowouts right in front of us. Let's go blow them out because I always say this. We'll know exactly who the Saints are after these next 2 games. because they got to blow them out. Because if they don't blow them out, we know that they ain't real. They ain't doing nothing out here. So I'm taking the 5.5 on the Saints. Saints make me look good because y'all been making me look really bad the last month. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it checks out. We move forward from there. All right. So we got the Texans, Jets. I can see the excitement in Jeff's face. And you guys, Jets team 4-8, plus 6.5 at home, over under a 34.5. And you know what? With this defense, you want to take this team. You truly do. You truly do. And then when Zach Wilson was like, you know what? I don't care. I'm not playing for y'all this week. I don't care. I hate that coach. I hate